The Namibia University of Science and Technology is driven by its vision to be a premier university, preparing leaders for the knowledge economy. The university remains committed to being responsive, creatively meeting the needs of students, society, and the economy through multiple pathways for excellent education, applied research, innovation and service in collaboration with stakeholders. Situated in the center of the Windhoek city, the university boasts state-of-the-art facilities to support its teaching and learning, research and services. To achieve the socio-economic goals set for Namibia in Vision 2030, the university offers 90 under- and postgraduate market-driven qualifications, developed in close collaboration with the industry, national and international partners through its 6 faculties. The Faculty of Computing and Informatics offers bachelor's, bachelor honors, master's and PhD qualifications in computer sciences and informatics. As one of the oldest faculties on campus, the Faculty of Engineering hosts the Material Testing Institute that provides advanced education through the continuous professional development, applied research and consultancy in different engineering projects. The Faculty of Health and Applied Sciences provides professional programs aimed at improving public health through diagnosis, patient care and management, emergency medical care and care for the environment, as well as natural sciences, mathematics and statistics. The Faculty of Human Sciences consists of the departments of Communication, Languages and Education and Social Sciences and offers, amongst others, qualifications in journalism and media technology and criminal justice. The Faculty of Management Sciences is the largest faculty and hosts 2 postgraduate units, the Harold Pupkewitz Graduate School of Business and Namibia's Graduate School of Accounting. The Faculty of Natural Resources and Spatial Sciences impart knowledge and skills in its graduates required in the sustainable utilization and management of natural resources, contributing to a sustained national economic growth and competitiveness. The faculty's strategies and actions are aligned to ensure they remain relevant to the Namibian nation and the global society through the Integrated Land Management Institute and the Agribusiness and Technology Development Center. The university also hosts the Center for Open and Lifelong Learning, the Cooperation Education Unit, and the Teaching and Learning Unit promoting academic excellence. Research and innovation are supported by the Namibia Business Innovation Institute, the Technology Transfer Office, Innovation Design Lab and Fab Lab Namibia. Namibia Energy Institute, NEI, a national institute founded by the Ministry of Mines and Energy, hosted at Namibia University of Science and Technology, envisages a sustainable energy supply structure based on widespread use of renewable energy. The Namibia Energy Institute is unique in that it not only is a training and capacity building institution, but also conducts research and development. It is becoming increasingly clear that the climate change is an inevitable process. Increasing climatic variability would have serious implications for the supply of food, energy and water, which forms the basis of a self-sufficient economy. The impact will be amplified through the interconnections and interdependence among these three resources, popularly known as the food-energy-water nexus. Nust intends to address the nexus challenge by investigating technology options to address food and livelihood security in both urban and rural contexts. Hence, looking into substance solutions as part of a mixed livelihood strategy, which requires an integrated model strengthened by indigenous knowledge systems linked to highly competitive technology advancement and adaptation options. Namibia is endowed with natural resources required for renewable energy supplies from the sun, wind, and biomass from invader bush. Nust will continue to contribute to the knowledge pool and clean energy development pathway in order to inform scaling up the use of renewable energy and energy-efficient technologies. Nust will advance the development of decision support software which will enable clinicians to adhere to best practices research, including research on small wireless, biomedical sensors and ultra-wideband radar technology, as well as portable ultrasound technology in support of early detection, treatment and management of diseases. The Namibia University of Science and Technology is at the forefront of investigating the next decade of operational and commercial reality in logistics. Namibia University of Science and Technology, Research for Impact, the hub of innovation, an institution par excellence.
Welcome back to campus. Much has changed, so please take notice of the following precautions set in place to keep us safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. When entering all campus gates, students and staff will be subjected to a mandatory temperature reading and hand sanitizing. You're required to fill in a registry book at the entrance of every building you enter. No student or lecturer will be allowed entrance without wearing a face mask. Please maintain a 1.5 meter distance at all times. The demarcated markings on the floor will show you where to stand. In the labs, you're required to wear your lab coat, gloves, safety goggles and face mask or shield and wash your hands regularly and thoroughly. The number of students in labs and classrooms is reduced to maintain the social distance protocol. Please refer to the COVID-19 posters all around campus for more information or contact the ministry's toll-free number on 0800 100 100. Once again, a very warm good morning to you all here today. My name is Delilah Katanga and I'll be the Director of Ceremonies for today's event. Dr. Errol Naumab, Deans, EXCO, our keynote speaker, as well as our Nust alumni, and all those gathered here today, thank you all for joining us in the 2021 official opening ceremony. Do allow me to welcome, to do our welcoming remarks, the Vice Chancellor of the Namibia University of Science and Technology, Dr. Errol Naumab.
Director of Ceremonies, Ms. Delilah Katanga, the Director of Student Services, Dr. Donovan Zealand, the MTC Chief Commercial Officer, Mr. Melvin Angula, our own local entrepreneur, Ms. Shimo Meho Kala, also popularly known as Shiwa the Baker, former SRC President, Ms. Marvelous Shilongo, staff, students, invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I welcome you all to the first semester of the 2021 academic year. To the new students as well as returning students, I'm particularly excited about being with you today as this marks our first official engagement. Congratulations on your admissions to Nust. We are extremely proud of your achievements. You are the main reason for the existence of this institution. Therefore, it is our duty as staff to ensure that you have an enriching, most rewarding, most exciting experience during your time here. I can assure you that you made the right decision by choosing Nust for your studies. We are a top-ranked university in Namibia, and our programs are designed to meet international standards. Our principles as an institution is entrenched to promote values of integrity, efficiency, diversity, passion and agility, fairness in the execution of our mandate. I should believe that these words should also comfort you as you set on your goals and navigate your life. Dear students, I'm certain that you are excited to be here, but at the same time that you could be overwhelmed, which is completely understandable. We are in the middle of a global pandemic, and everything has changed. Everything has changed, specifically the way the university operates. As you will know, one of the biggest modifications to our operations is within our core functions of teaching and learning. However, advancement in the new technologies coupled with the disruptive nature of COVID-19, it has shown that being physically present in a lecture room is no longer the only option. Hence, we all have to embrace the future. Therefore, Nust has adopted a new approach, which is blended teaching and learning. What this means is that, of course, there will be online teaching and learning. However, this will be complemented by face-to-face interventions whenever necessary. The computer laboratories, learning spaces will be open, and all this will be done under strictly controlled operational environment in compliance with the national health and safety measures. As Archbishop Desmond Tutu once said, and I quote, "A time of crisis is not just a time of anxiety and worry. It gives us a chance and an opportunity to choose well or to choose badly." End of quote. As a Nust community, we shall weather this COVID-19 storm, and reflective of this intention, our theme for this year is reinventioning higher education in post-COVID-19 era. In conclusion, dear students, as you take on the 2021 academic year and embark on your academic careers, I would like to implore you to think not only about your individual successes, but to think beyond this. The share of your responsibility in our society is predicated on humility. Now, people with humility don't think less of themselves. They just think about themselves less. If your interest is not self-serving, you have to ask yourself several fundamental questions. What impact would you like to have on your family, on your society, and the world at large? You can start small. Think about the challenges in your respective communities. What difference can you make to the current situation? For your qualification to be truly relevant, it must not only serve you, but those around you. And we are confident that you can do it. Every great person started somewhere, and your time is now. As I said before, it is not by chance that you were admitted to this prestigious university. Your parents, your guardians, sponsors, and the country at large, rightfully so, expects return on the investment that they made for you. This, of course, should feel like a huge weight on your shoulders, and I know. But Nust has all the necessary supporting structures in place so that you can make lightweight of your circumstances. In the same breath, please do not forget to have fun, and of course, responsible fun. Your university years should go down in history as some of the best years of your life. Congratulations once more, and I'm looking forward to your successes. I thank you, and enjoy the day.
Thank you very much, Doctor, for those warm words of welcome. So our theme for this year is re-envisioning higher education in a post-COVID era. In light of this, I just want to ask that we all maintain our COVID-19 regulations and maintain a social distancing. Please wear your masks and please make sure to stay safe at all times. The one takeaway that Dr. made that I believe I should reiterate is to have responsible fun. And in light of this, I just want to announce that the Namibia University of Science and Technology is having an official opening student contest, and this will be open to all students to participate. And all you have to do is keep watch on the social media platforms. That's at official.nust.na on Instagram and Nust on Facebook. So with the competition terms and conditions, just make sure that you send all your entries to student contest at nust.na, and make sure to include your full name, your contact number, your year of studies, as well as the program that you are enrolled with. And they will only be accepting one entry per student. So please make sure to check the social media platforms to win amazing prizes. So we will be moving forward with our program, and I'd like to call next onto the stage Ms. Pamela Herze, SRC President for the year 2021. Ms. Pamela.
If I may. Director of Proceedings, Mr. Laila Katanga. Our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Errol Naumap, invited guest, Mr. Melvin Angula, who is the 2006 Nust alumnus and the Chief Commercial Officer at MTC. Ms. Marvelous Shilongo, a very familiar face and name amongst our students, if I may, the first female SRC president and the second president succeeding Oscar Mwandingi, also a 2020 Nust alumni and currently the fund assistant at Momentum Namibia. Our keynote speaker, Ms. Shiwameho Kala, founder of Shower the Baker. Our performing artist, Mr. Pendukeni Shipushu, famously known as Sunny Boy, members of the media, Nust staff present, my fellow SRC members present, esteemed Nust students, ladies and gentlemen. Moro, mwapenduka nawa, mwarara po, matisa, miiture, mwavuka vule, oshihile, dumelara, sangbonani kunjani, mwanganani, guten morgen, goeiemorgen, good morning. On behalf of the Student Representative Council, it is my great pleasure to greet and welcome you all to our university, our Nust community. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start my remarks with a quote by Ree T. Bennett, and I quote, "Don't just learn, experience. Don't just read, absorb. Don't just criticize, encourage. Don't just think, ponder, and challenge. Don't just dream, do and be about it. Don't just exist, live," unquote. This, in a nutshell, summarizes my remarks this morning. What I have learned during my time at the university is the best way to be impactful and to render meaningful contributions is to be more involved and participative. I also struggled to find my feet in the university and to be part of a community in a greater sense. I struggled to understand the true essence of being a student that would uphold a good academic performance, one that would rise above failure and keep moving regardless, one that would understand the importance of a healthy social life, both on campus and off campus, and most importantly, the importance of teamwork and helping each other succeed in this journey. To overcome this, I decided to challenge myself to take up space, to take up leadership roles, and face all my fears on a new redefined level of a Nust student. And trust me, it is a work in progress and a beautiful academic and self-development journey. Directors of ceremony, as we embark on yet another uphill academic year of much uncertainty and difficulty, we need to adopt and adapt to the new normal. So I urge us all, from the management of our university, our highly valued partners, and the most important stakeholders, our students, to embrace and welcome this change with a renewed mindset, a different level of understanding, that this is an opportunity to be part of something great, an opportunity to grow as we move out of our comfort zones, an opportunity to truly tap in our innovative thinking mode and establish the change that we envision and want to see. Let us strengthen the principle of building towards a Nust community. Yes, a community. Remembering the true meaning of a community highlighted by a phrase and a spirit of Ubuntu. I am because you are. This highlights the true essence of belonging and togetherness, as no entity, including a human being, was created to thrive on their own. Let us take hands and as a community and weave our contributions into a beautiful tapestry to take our institution to even higher heights. Ladies and gentlemen, the journey that awaits you, the students, is surely going to be filled with challenges, unrealistic expectations from parents, your fellow students, and sometimes failure. It will be demanded of you to make sacrifice and responsible decisions. Thus, it is important to understand your purpose, your why, your ultimate reason why you enrolled at Nust. Instead of asking yourself and wondering, why were you born for times like this? Why are you part of a trial and most probably an era of a re-envisioned higher learning period? Change the question and your mindset. We are born for times like this. We are the chosen ones in these uncertain times, and we will surely come out victorious. Take a moment and reassess and write down your purpose, your goals, and what legacy or meaningful contribution you would like to leave behind. Once you have your reason, your goal, and your personal legacy, you need to remember that there are certain commitments, efforts, and dedications required to ensure you to attain your dreams and your achievements. Be it committing yourself to a routine, be it reciting Bible verses as acknowledging God throughout your journey and He will direct your paths, be it joining a study club or a society, But I challenge you all to making this commitment that will help you throughout your journey. And alongside your commitments, remember to always be curious, be creative and innovative, be responsible, and always be kind and respectful. Let this new academic year be filled with hope and great anticipation for growth, development, and success. Let us all yearn for new innovations, new knowledge, and new discoveries amidst the fight against COVID-19. I believe by now you have all been introduced to the new members of the council, who is on my far right and on your left. If not, at least you know me, your SRC president. The Student Representative Council will be committed to serve both the institution and the students wholeheartedly in a fair and modest manner, to represent not only the masses, but each and every student. We commit ourselves to promote academic excellence, true accessibility to quality education, to promote the importance of mental well-being amongst our students, and to ensure that we mask no difficulty, no mistake, or failure. That is the sincerity we aim and hope to lead with. There will, of course, be moments of disappointment, anger, and negative criticism, but even through this, we, the elected council, will strive for true advocacy in truth, openness, modesty, driven by student interest, compassion, and love for the student body. In closing, with these remarks, I wish you all a purposeful 2021 academic year. Let us celebrate and embrace the culture of a community, the newness and the renewed vision of higher education in these times. Let us continue upholding and celebrating the legacy of innovation and excellence at our university. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Pamela Gertze. Our next speaker is currently the Chief Commercial Officer and holds a wealth of 13 years of work experience in the information communication technology industry, also known as the ICT industry. He graduated in the year 2007 with a National Diploma in Systems Administration and Networks from the Namibia University of Science and Technology, which was then known as the Polytechnic of Namibia. Please give a round of applause and help me welcome our next speaker, a Nust alumnus, Mr. Melvin Angula.
Good morning. I hope you don't mind if I take off my mask, but please, you keep yours on. It's interesting times. Who would have thought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, people be, in 3 years' times, we'll all be hiding our faces in front of each other. It just shows how time changes, how unpredictable life is, and how we should definitely not take it for granted. Some of the pleasures that we used to have. I have a 1-year-old baby that she just turned 2 months ago, and for the first time, people were restricted from blowing on a birthday cake. Now I was just thinking, wow, all these years I've been eating other people's germs while they were blowing the birthday cakes. Director of Ceremonies, Ms. Delilah Katanga, Dr. Erod Naamab, Vice Chancellor. Again, congratulations on your new appointment. Ms. Pamela Gertze, the SRC President. Look, I don't know how many languages you speak, but I would just like to say that was quite handy. Thank you very much. Nust students, ladies and gentlemen, the fellow Nust faculties, I'd like to observe the protocols that have been stated earlier on. So, thank you very much. I'd like to thank Nust for inviting me here today. Last time I was invited to Nust, it was then Polytech, and thank you for revealing my age. It just shows that I'm really old because it was still Polytech back in the days. Last time I was invited to come to Polytech to sit where you are sitting right now, I didn't know it was a trap, because then I got to realize that I'll be stuck here for 4 years. So you'll forgive me if I'm a bit suspicious, as I'd also fallen for the same trap that you guys have fallen for right now. So you're stuck with Nust for the next 4 to 5 years. But one thing I will promise you is you have joined the greatest university in the country. They'll take care of you, and they'll definitely guide you in your career path. Now, students, it's been 15 years since I've been here. I can't believe that the last time I was sitting where you were sitting about 15 years ago, I was like, wow, I can't believe I've graduated. A few years before that, it was 4 years before that, I was thinking, I have 4 more years to go. The same way you're probably thinking right now, 4 years is a long time. No, it's not. It's going to be fast, so you need to take it very seriously. And one thing you need to really, really understand is that me having graduated from Nust, I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't wish to be anywhere else. I've trusted in these institutions, and this institution continues to show the type of quality of alumni. And I have to brag now. Look at me. And every time everybody sees my degree from Nust, it's easy to hire me at the end of the day. So you should also be very fortunate to be sitting here. And I'm seeing a lot of nostalgia that's coming through. I've walked through these paths as well, and it's very special for me. I miss this place. I especially miss the yellow benches. I don't know if anybody has introduced you to the yellow benches. So as you go up, you want to find a spot where everybody hangs out. You sit by the yellow benches and you get to congregate. That's where you get to learn the real stuff. I miss the old Louis Botta, the fish and chips, the Russians are out of this world. That's going to be the highlight. Those are things you should not take for granted as you're studying here. And definitely, please don't shoot me for this. I miss the free internet. I used to download the illegal MP3s, and you see, that's how old I am. MP3 music videos, we used to listen to Nelly and Kelly and In the Club and so forth. I downloaded all that music right here at Nust. Now, there's a quote that says, you can be anything in this world, but never anything similar or less than me. That's what my mom always used to tell me. You can be anything in this world, just don't be less than what I am. Don't be less than what I've taught you, the principles that I've guided into you. And I remember those words as they will be the same words that I'll tell my kids. Be better than me, and only then I'll be proud of you. Now, I have the greatest mom in the world, so I'm working really hard to be better than her, and I'm still working on a daily basis. The question that I give you now is, I'm telling you right now, that is my purpose. To either be better than what my mom has given me, to be better than the person that my mom is. The question that you guys need to ask yourself for the next 4 years is, what is your purpose? Why are you here? Is it because mommy and daddy sent you here to come and study? Is it because society demands you to learn something? Maybe. But don't any of you get it twisted. You are here to find your true self. Some of you are probably wondering, she just introduced me as somebody who studied system administration, National Diploma in System Administration, but here I am speaking to the faculty of marketing. Yes, I studied IT when I came here. I was passionate about IT when I came here because I love computers. It was the new thing that was coming into the place. But as I got to study and got to learn, I got to understand that through marketing, I was able to actually speak my true passion, get to understand what I really, really required in terms of serving the needs for the nation, for myself as well. But that does not mean I studied the wrong course. I studied the right course because I'm in an ICT environment. I'm selling you guys Aware, I'm selling you guys Tamba. That's technology. All the handsets that you currently have, all the products that you're currently having. So I get to understand how, being somebody who comes from an IT industry, I'll be able to sell products to you guys. So as you're sitting here and you're going to do these courses in commercials and in marketing and so forth, you are going to be the pillar that links between a product and the consumer. So this is not the end goal for you. You're going to end up specializing in other things. So have an open mind. So I'm not a motivational speaker, even though I'm speaking very well at the moment. But I can see people actually concentrating. So I hope this type of trend continues for 4 years because everybody's going to graduate after this. So I'll just tell you how I got to who and what I am. You don't have to look up to me, but I'll just really appreciate if you take this advice because this is the type of advice that I've gotten from every mentor that I've sat with. And my mentors came from vast. I had mentors in law who did law degrees, mentors who did science. Find yourself a mentor. Understand what a mentor is. The first thing that I did is I searched for my purpose. We exist on this earth for some undermined period of time. COVID has taught us that. Our time is borrowed, guys. During that time, we do things. Some of these things are very important to us. Some of them are unimportant, like sitting on a couch and watching TV and watching Netflix and so forth. That's unimportant. And those important things in our lives are what gives us meaning and what gives us happiness. The unimportant ones, exactly as I said, they just waste our time. So in the 4 years that you are here, you need to find the purpose of knowing what you can do with your time. That is important. At this very moment, you have enrolled, you have committed yourself to coming to Nust, to study, handing your assignments on time, attend your classes, write your exams, and eventually graduate. So don't waste that time. If COVID has taught us anything, is let's not take our lives for granted. Number 2, I gained growth. You're not going to get very far in life based on what you already know. I know a lot of you guys are coming here with this thinking of very all high and mighty and so forth because you got 34 points, 36 points, 42 points. Well, I have news for you. It's like a video game. When you reach a new level, you have to learn a new skill to pass that level. So you're back to level 0. The past 12 years have been learning at school where you get to be ready for today, which means you have achieved the past 12 years. You are now sitting at a new level. You are starting off today to get you ready for your first day of work. So the 4 years, 5 years you're going to be here, you're preparing yourself for the next level, which is level 1 of your career path. You're going to advance in life by what you're going to learn after you leave here. Education does not stop after you graduate, just so that you know. It does not stop after you finish your MBA. It does not stop after you finish your PhD either. So all the professors and the doctors that are here, they'll tell you the same. They are learning on a daily basis. One thing I need to inform you all. Industries are evolving. Industries are growing. The course that you're currently in right now might not be here in 4 to 5 years' time. Your dream job that you're striving for, that you're studying for, might not be there when you graduate. So you also need to evolve. You also need to grow. There's one thing that there's a saying that says, if you are slow in the track, you will get run over. So you need to work on the same pace as the industry that you are currently in. There are days you will slack off. I surely have many of those days as well. But you always gotta keep trying every day. Grow your mind. And how do you do this? Learn from other cultures. Learn about other tribes. Understand and be open-minded to the opposite sex. The guy next to you, the lady next to you, understand where they are coming from. All right? Be empathetic. Be humble. Be open-minded. That is what's going to give you growth. The third one, I'm almost done. I was passionate. You need to be passionate in everything you do as if it's your last day on this earth. Strive to be the you that is currently the best as possible every day. Because I will tell you right now, all our time is borrowed. The last one, the fourth one, is I had perseverance. Being naturally smart and talented, that's great. All of you guys are smart and talented. You made it through the rounds. You have achieved the points that you needed to achieve to get enrolled into these universities. But to truly do well and thrive, you need the ability to persevere because life is unpredictable, guys. So take every subject seriously. There will be a time that you'll want to drop out. Take a moment right now. Look left, look right, look behind you. One of these people that you're looking at will want to drop out before the 3rd year. Only those with perseverance will see it through and graduate. Not the smart ones, not the geniuses. Only those that have the consciousness and self-control to push through to the finish line and graduate. Be one of them. And guys, it's not a competition. I don't know why people think success is like a small little pool that everybody's striving for. Success is unlimited. It's like air. It's in abundance. Each and every one of us can be successful. There's no competition. The only competition is the person that you look at in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth. So if you're not pushing that person, that's the person that's going to push you to failure. So push, be perseverance is the key thing that will enable you. Not being smart, not being the wisest person. It's the person that will, when you think you need to give up the most, is the time that you get up. That's what makes champions. So please be champions. These are the 4 things that I'll say to you. And those are one of the things that I thought about when I was here at Nust. My 3rd year was one of the toughest years where I literally thought I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, am I really studying the right course? Am I doing the right thing? And I said to myself, nah, I need to continue. Let me finish this, and if I want to do something else, then I can do something else. Boy, was I happy I did not drop out. Trust me, the years ahead won't be easy, but if you work hard enough, you'll be hearing a graduation speech from me, if you'd like to hear me again. So I hope Nust is going to invite me to the graduation in 4 years, 5 years. And get yourself ready for the next chapter in your life. I wish you all the best. I just needed to give you guys a reality check, okay? You're back to square one. It's not about who's smart anymore. It's about who's working hard, and it's about who understands where society is headed, where our cultures are heading. And please, treat each other with respect. And guys, please respect the ladies very much. We need to protect our women. All I can say is all the best for the next 4 to 5 years. And I really hope that you guys do very well. And I want to see, I haven't seen your faces, but I hope to run into you very soon and say, I was sitting there when you're giving that speech and I graduated. And then maybe by that time, everybody will be vaccinated for me to give you a hug. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Angula. At the Namibia University of Science and Technology, we build trailblazers. We build leaders, individuals that are not scared about the current times and the norms of the world because they know that they are made to enact change. And as you've noticed from Mr. Angula's speech, he's just one example of all the trailblazers that we've built, and so is our next speaker. She was Miss Polytechnic in the year 2015, Miss Nust in the year 2016. She was the first female Nust SRC president in the year 2018. She holds a bachelor's degree in economics at the Namibia University of Science and Technology and is currently working on her honors degree at the institution. She currently works for Momentum Namibia under the Asset Management Fund. Please put your hands together and help me welcome our next speaker, Miss Marvelous Shilongo.
Sorry guys, I'm very short. This needs to be lowered. Thank you. It's fine. Good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Good morning. Morning. Good morning. You guys are dead, man. Huh? We're university students. You guys should be excited that you made it, or are you nervous? Okay. So, good morning, everyone. Allow me to fall on the protocol that's already been established. Being at Nust was one of my most memorable journeys. And as I laid in bed last night, I kept asking myself, what exactly is it that I want to talk to the audience about? And I realized that most senior students have already navigated through the system. So my focus is more going to be on the first year students. I'm going to give you guys a few tips that I wish I had gotten when I started my journey at Nust. So the first rule is, I hope you have chosen what you love and not what your family has told you to do, what society has told you to do, or what your friends have told you to do. The reason why I'm saying this is when you follow your passion, automatically when you're forced to study or do an assignment, it doesn't necessarily feel like a lot of work because you're following what you love. And I really, really, really hope that you guys sitting here are confident that what you've chosen is something that's in line with your passion. Rule number 2, try your best to network. Try your best to network, try and get friends outside of what you're studying. It is very important because you realize that in the working industry, you don't only interact with people that come from the sphere of what you're studying, but also outside. So try to be the eken a bra person and not Owens mak away person. Know people, always try your best to be respectful towards others as well. The third rule I would like to give you is, if you want a chip roll at Nust, you always come before 10. If you want burgers, you come before 9. And don't worry about the hot dogs because they're always on campus. Also, when writing a test in the basement and you have an option to choose which side, always choose left. For some reason, people fail on the right side. I have no idea why. Choose the left side as much as possible. When it's exam time, obviously it's not in your hands because the departments choose which side you're supposed to write. But basic science, anything, choose left. The right side has some bad luck that everyone in Nust knows about. The other one is always respect people. I feel like one of the biggest mistakes I made was at the time when I was here, Shama Chivikwa was the vice chancellor. And he walked past me and he said, hey, and I said, hola. And then someone was like, that's the vice chancellor. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know. So always respect people and talk to people in a proper manner. The most important people to respect are the security guards, because when you forget your student card, they will not let you in. Greet them every single day, even if it's just like, salute me, pass. Tomorrow when you forget your student card, you'll say, oh, I know you, come through. So make sure that you do that. Also, try to get yourself a permanent taxi driver. Otherwise, you would be hair sister, or chomise hair sister, komasdal to death. Get yourself a taxi driver that can move you around. It is also a safer option to ensure that you don't get into any criminal activities. We've had many students that had laptops taken away from them. And I think the institution has tried their best to mitigate that. But anything cannot be mitigated in 100%. So just try to get a permanent taxi driver. The other one would be is get yourself a prospectus. A prospectus is a book that you find at the admin building. This book outlines exactly all the modules you are supposed to do in order to graduate. And if you haven't done any of those modules, you will find yourself back at the institution. So please just get that book and follow what the modules are you are supposed to do. The book also outlines all the modules that we call prerequisites. I call them a key. So a prerequisite unlocks another module that you're supposed to do in order to finish your course. So just make sure that you guys have completed all those and double-checked all of those. Balance. You came here to have, to graduate, but also remember that you're here to have fun. Your best friends, your husbands, your colleagues, everything is found at the institution. So try your best to make memories because this is what you're not going to forget. These are the memories that you're going to keep with you for a lifetime. Lastly, I would just like to say, do not be intimidated. I don't know if you guys went through the normal selection process, but it's quite intimidating because when you sit, you hear, everyone with 60 points, please come to the front. Everyone with 50 points, please come to the front. And you're sitting there thinking, maar ek het net 'n 25 kou. En almal word nou vorentoe geroep. Ek het net 'n 25 kou. I just made it. Trust me, I was one of those students that just made it as well. But like the previous speakers have said, it's about your determination. The playing field has evened out. Lecturers don't care about 60 points and 25 points. They care about your hard work, your determination. And please try your best to not only be a student number. Try your best to leave your mark. Try your best to leave your name at the institution. Take part in competitions, do sports, let people know who you are. So when you are called an alumni, people are relating to you. In conclusion, I wish you the very best with your future endeavors. And last but not least, welcome to the best. The best. This is not even up for debate. The best institution in Namibia. All the best.
Thank you very much, Ms. Shilongo. Another thing that she highlighted that really spoke out to me is that you have been quite silent this morning. Are we having a Blue Monday? Now, I need an audience reaction for this. Are we having a Blue Monday? Yeah? Okay, it's okay, because I got you sorted on this end. We will be having a live performance by none other than Sunny Boy.
You. Yeah. Wanangala mombete wafa unomai, wanangala mombete wafa kunongai, kesho mwako kutalako wafelai, na nyoko kwa kutalako wafompani, hewe na wanyo walombwelwa, ukakongesho kuvelela, cheka vakweni veli mombelewa, hoto ningishike, can't no experience, but I'm serious, hadi kongo weidanke, shasha serious, go halo kukaloloya, be serious, go halo kukalo doctor, be serious, kapeno nute kutaleko serious, gemongala mwenyewe mwene kuli serious, kapeno nute kutaleko serious, gengo venave mwene kuli serious, inotana no yaziza, yaziza kuli serious, inotana na Sunny Boy, Sunny Boy kuli serious, inotana na Fat Boy, Fat Boy kuli serious, inotana no Nust, Nust kuli serious. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Yeah, put the music up. Put the music up. You know this song, right? I want y'all to sing along and enjoy yourself, yeah? Let's go. Come on. Hey, Mr. Gulo on the beat now. Sure. Sunny Boy on the beat. Sure. Sure. Let's go. Sure. Unona wazalu. Yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling I'm wild and free. I got the whole world looking at me. All eyes on me. I got the whole world looking at me. All eyes on me. Unona wazalu. You got to be with me tonight. Let's go. Shabatera beshala nando babloma. Tuno kufuzika botwa for my soldier. Summertime is dimbolo kukakora. Your low life cause you never know where this. Let's go. Unona wasalu. I see you over there. I'm feeling I'm wild and free. Check this out. Legendary boy, I'm amazing. I do it for the money, you better pay me. So don't be coming around here with a hey. Can't you see that we're back in this place? Legendary boy, I'm amazing. I do it for the money, you better pay me. So don't be coming around here with a hey. Can't you see that we're back in this place? No malo tu matura. No mulilo tagupi. I'm feeling I'm wild and free. I got the whole got the whole world looking at me.
All eyes on me. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling I'm wild and free.
Let's get it. Ah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah. Ah, yeah, yeah.
Your life course, you never know when it's over. It's all about the vibe, woman. If you're chilling, it's your vibe, woman. It's all about the vibe, woman. If you like it, then vibe, woman. It's all about the vibe, woman. If you like it, it's your vibe, woman. It's all about the vibe, woman. So if you like it, it's your vibe, woman. Hey, yo, vibe, woman.
Vibe on it. Vibe on it. Vibe on it. Vibe on it.
I love my people.
Vibe on it.
I love my people.
Vibe on it.
I love my people.
Vibe on it now.
It's a young world and free. Thank you guys. Hope you're having fun. You should loosen up, guys. You should loosen up. It's Monday, I know.
I got
Salute, man. Looking at me. I got the whole world looking at me. Unona wazalu bikini.
Yeah, yeah.
No malo tu matulwa mundini.
Yeah, yeah.
No mulilo tagupilo posi.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm feeling young, wild, and free. Hey, yo, I see you over there. Thank you so much. We'll be back.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sunny Boy. Thank you very much for that awesome performance. So now that you're all awake, now that you're all feeling the spirit of Monday, the beginning of a new week, I'd like to introduce to you our next speaker, and she is our keynote speaker. She's a thriving young Namibian entrepreneur who continues to be a trailblazer in the local baking industry. The Aranjemund-born administrative professional by profession is the owner of the cake and confectionery enterprise called Shiwa the Baker. She's a self-taught baker and a strong proponent of women empowerment. Ms. Shiwa Mehokala has trained over 350 women in the craft and science of baking through her Introduction to Baking Masterclass series. During her entrepreneurial journey, her efforts have been recognized both at local and international stage, including being nominated for the Namibia Businesswoman of the Year, Young Businesswoman in the year 2019, Start-Upper of the Year by Total Challenge Africa, Top 15 in Namibia in 2019, and winning third prize in the SME Competes Pitching for Business Funding Program in the year 2020. Please help me welcome our keynote speaker, owner of Shiwa the Baker, Ms. Shiwa Mehokala.
Director of Proceedings, allow me to... I'm a bit nervous. All protocols observed. Good morning. It's an honor and indeed a privilege to stand here in the presence of incredible people who've inspired me, challenged me, and in the presence of God who has sustained me and made my journey to this stage in my entrepreneurial voyage possible to address you today as your keynote speaker for this occasion. When Tweshimona called me about a month ago asking me to give this speech, I told her blatantly that I was in no state of mind to be giving any speech, to be addressing anyone, let alone to be motivating anybody's child. I think that's because I found myself in a very dark place. I was very demotivated, low in spirits, and I felt very uninspired. She wasn't having any of it though, and what ensued was a little pep talk, and I eventually obliged. Fast forward a few weeks later, here I am. The theme of today's opening ceremony is re-envisioning higher education in a post-COVID era. It has truly been a year like no other since a statement was issued in March 2020 about the COVID-19 pandemic that was rapidly sweeping around the world. A year ago, we vowed that we'll get through this ordeal that lies ahead. Little did we envision the full scope, duration, and cumulative effects of this pandemic. The death toll has been staggering. The economic impacts and the disruptions of the social interactions that are oh so fundamental to our wellness as human beings has been monumental. 17 years ago, the outbreak of SARS was spreading rapidly across China, and the Alibaba workforce had gone under quarantine. At the time, Alibaba was only 4 years old, and it was unclear whether the young startup would survive. Suspending operations would have dealt a devastating blow to the company. But Alibaba employees packed up their desktop computers and telephones, carried piles of documents home, and began to work. The crisis was, in hindsight, a transformative moment for the company. During the outbreak, Alibaba launched Taobao, its first consumer-facing platform, and now the world's largest retail online marketplace. In doing so, it proved that in time of crisis, challenges can be turned into opportunities so long as there's optimism, determination, and a common purpose. My task here today is to be a voice of motivation and encouragement to the students from the standpoint of being a self-made entrepreneur so that they can start off their year on a positive note. The only way that I can do that, though, is by touching on my own story. However, before I do, I have to dispel the notion that I am self-made. There's no such thing as a self-made man. I believe we are made up of many others whose deeds and words have contributed to our character, thoughts, as well as our success. In my professional career, I've been blessed with the opportunity to provide high-level executive secretarial support to some of the topmost executives in the country. They were a major catalyst in the growth of my career, swiftly introducing me to the world of enterprise and executive management. I am because they were. The teachings, networks, and prospects that they provided me with are invaluable. The impact that the mentorship and guidance had on the trajectory of my life can therefore not be understated. I am not self-made. Shiwa the Baker turns 3 this year. Its inception was fueled by passion, hunger, and fear. My passion for food, hunger for success, and fear of being poor. I always say that the road to establishing this enterprise has been one of hardship, determination, failure, resilience, and sacrifice. Shiwa the Baker was birthed from the ashes of a failed business partnership. But instead of letting that dark period paralyze me, I embraced the season and saw it as an opportunity for reinvention and rebirth, and subsequently engineered my comeback. Again, proving that in time of crisis, challenges can be turned into opportunity. I often get the question, how do you hang in there during difficult times? If anything, that period and any dark place taught me that you must have faith. You have to believe in yourself and in your abilities. You have to believe in your service, your brand, and your ideas, unquestionably. You have to have faith, and that's the faith that will give you patience. That your situation is not just going to clear up overnight and as quickly as you want it to. Many things catch you off guard, and it's that faith that will drive you into action to keep moving and to give you the power to break past your failure. And it all starts in the mind. The mind is the battleground, and that's where the greatest conflict takes place. This is why sometimes you go to bed tired and you wake up tired. That's because you get more sleep than you do rest. Your life, how you live, what you do, the character of your words, and the totality of your personality is the expression of your mind. Managing your mind is the primary principle in increasing your value and multiplying your success. It's called mind management. The ability to make changes in the structure of your thinking. For the longest time, I've been in bondage to my thoughts that were wrong, intimidating thoughts, limiting thoughts. And for the longest time, they've robbed me of my joy and my peace. It was only until I learned to manage my mind that I started to live. I got rid of all the thoughts that didn't qualify God and replaced them with honest, just, and pure thoughts, and thoughts of hope and prosperity. When I found myself in a dark place, I embraced the vulnerability, for it's from that place of vulnerability that you find greatness, that you find your identity, and that you find your power, the kind of power that it takes to change the world. They often say that if you want to taste greatness, you have to be willing to venture into the unknown, to the place that scares you the most. You have to be willing to get out of your comfort zone and be all that God has called you to be. Fellow students, what you're building here is a foundation, and that foundation will hold you up for the rest of your life. That foundation that you're building is one that has to support the weight of your dreams. And if you're a big dreamer like me, you have to have a strong, bold foundation to carry those dreams. God never gave you dreams without having given you the power to make them come true. To achieve those dreams, though, there are a few things that you need to do. Number one, you need to apply discipline and consistency. Number two, if you're going to do something, do it right or don't do it at all. In that way, you'll grow your influence to make an impact, and you'll honor those that have gone before you and those that have invested in you to be here today. Number three, as Marvelous said, respect everyone. Number four, know that life isn't fair and that you will fail. And number five, the most important and comforting one, know that whatever God has planned for you, it doesn't matter who stands against it, it is yours. With that said, don't tiptoe into your destiny. Be bold. Press on with pride. Press on with purpose. I want you all to start this academic year by asking yourselves not only what you want to be or who you want to become, but by questioning the legacy that you want to leave behind. You don't have to be the most talented or the most gifted person in the room. All you have to do is grind and go with the grace of God. Let excellence be your brand. I wish you all the best for this academic year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Kala. We're almost at the end of our program, and what's left is the vote of thanks. So I was tasked with delivering the vote of thanks, and I believe this is the part where I thank myself for directing today's proceedings. But it does give me immense pleasure to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of this institution. We are facing a global crisis unlike any other that we've experienced before, and this makes our ability to gather here today and welcome a new academic year much more of a blessing than we've ever experienced before. To the Vice Chancellor, Dr. Errol Naumab, thank you very much for your words of welcome. Director of Student Services, Dr. Donovan Zealand, to all the directors, deans, and exco joining us today, thank you for honoring us with your presence. I would also like to express my sincere gratitude to the SRC President, Ms. Pamela Herze. Thank you for your words of wisdom. Thank you to our Nust alumni, Mr. Melvin Angula, as well as Ms. Marvelous Chilongo. You truly inspired us today. To the keynote speaker, Ms. Shiomeho Kala, I trust I speak for everyone present by saying that we will walk away having gained so much more knowledge to put into practice today. Members of the media, thank you for live streaming this event for all those that couldn't join us today due to the COVID-19 regulations. And to all those joining us in our live stream, thank you for joining us as we welcome the 2021 academic year. To all the Nust staff, particularly those that assisted in planning this event and making sure that it was a success, your contributions are greatly appreciated and we thank you for that. I also extend my gratitude to everyone present here today, including and more especially the Nust students, as we welcome the new academic year under the theme, Re-envisioning Higher Education in a Post-COVID-19 Era. Sunny Boy, thank you for taking the time out to come entertain us with your great hits. I'm pretty sure everybody was worried that they would be having a Blue Monday, but you really did get us out of our comfort elements. It was a true honor and pleasure to direct today's proceedings for the 2021 official opening ceremony. Thank you all once again, and please remember to continue staying safe by keeping a social distance, wearing your masks, sanitizing, as well as washing your hands regularly. Thank you all so much for joining us today. In closing, we do have one final performance by Mr. Sunny Boy, so please do help me welcome him on stage in a minute. But before that, I do want to ask all our invited guests to kindly follow Ms. Pamela Herze, the SRC President, to the Nust Hotel School for some light refreshments. To everybody joining us in present, welcome to a new academic year. You've heard it all from the speakers. Be the best version of yourself, get out of your element, network, and most importantly, win yourself some amazing prizes by joining the official opening ceremony and the official competition that is running, that is on our social media platforms. So please make sure to follow Nust, both on Facebook as well as Instagram. Sunny Boy, please come shake the grounds a little bit, man. Make sure that they're ready for the Monday.
Got you. I got you. Yeah, Sunny Boy is back. How are you guys doing? First of all, I want to find out, before I go on, I want to find out how you guys doing. How you guys doing? I only hear sound from here. I see you. How you guys doing over there? Well, is COVID stressing you guys out? I know. We're all going through the same thing, but we gotta be strong and we gotta soldier on, Mosasho. Yeah, so, okay, before I do my next song, it's not a hype song, it's more of a slow song. As you know me, I'm an entertainer, but I also like to educate a little bit. And right now, the song is a new song that I did, and it's about, gender-based violence. Something that is really happening in our country, something very serious, and we need to, create awareness. So I'm working on a song. It's not complete, but I want you guys to hear it about, gender-based violence. We need to stop the violence. We need to make sure that we are aware of this situation. So I hope you guys like it. And if you get the, something, sing along if you get it, Are we good? Are we good? You sure? Are you sure? Yeah, please, sound selector, put it up.
This one's close to my heart.
Put it up, put it up, put it up, put it up.
This one's close to home.
Yeah.
Atukaleka denga kurugati vetu atuvaningi naive ovo
I have to stay here because I can't hear the music.
tototara noga kurugati vetu kombora swaitu vashona ma atuvatipa So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. Such a horrific sight, a body without life, blue and red lights, people screaming outside. You mutilated your wife and left her there to die. She was a pillar of community, a sister of mine. Another sister gone, another family mourns. We put on our black suits, take her to her new home, and come back and eat, come back and drink, reminisce about her life, and then life goes on. This is the new normal in my black community. Murderous activities, men lack nobility, killing our future mothers and getting away easily. The government must stand and take responsibility. If we don't do something about it, we gon' keep crying about it, about it, about it. Being ignorant means we have allowed it. So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. Shout out to Shannon and everybody that knew you. I cannot imagine the pain your family's going through. It cannot be easy, and you were just a teen and you had your whole future in front of you. Just be, man. Shout out to anyone that lost someone to violence. May the Lord give you solace, may the Lord give you guidance. I wish I had the power to prevent all this mayhem. Bring everybody back that we lost before the day ends. Until then, I will pray for love, I will pray for change and protection of our women. I will pray for strength, I will pray for will, I will pray for might so we can fight these demons. Rome wasn't built in a day, but if we start today, I swear to God we'll be done by May. So what I'm trying to say, ne, if we come together, ne, you hold my hand, I hold your hand, we can bring the change, amen. So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. So many women that we've lost to this war. Every day in the papers and TV I see it all. My dear Lord, what's going on? We need to change, killing in vain. Please stop the violence. Stop the violence, y'all. Respect our women, y'all. They gave birth to us. You gotta respect that. Let's go. How do you feel sending someone to Jamaica? Only just say who died now or later. How do you feel knowing she gone forever? Jaja, Jaja, Kambeka. How do you feel sending someone to Jamaica? Only just say who died now or later. How do you feel knowing she gone forever? Jaja, Jaja, Kambeka. Stop the violence, y'all. Create awareness. Don't be quiet if somebody's abusing you. Make sure it's known out there. Love your women. Love ourselves, guys. I gotta go. I love y'all, man. Thank you for having me. Salute. Senzenina, Senzenina.
Welcome back to campus. Much has changed, so please take notice of the following precautions set in place to keep us safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. When entering all campus gates, students and staff will be subjected to a mandatory temperature reading and hand sanitizing. You're required to fill in a registry book at the entrance of every building you enter. No student or lecturer will be allowed entrance without wearing a face mask. Please maintain a 1.5 meter distance at all times. The demarcated markings on the floor will show you where to stand. In the labs, you're required to wear your lab coat, gloves, safety goggles and face mask or shield and wash your hands regularly and thoroughly. The number of students in labs and classrooms is reduced to maintain the social distance protocol. Please refer to the COVID-19 posters all around campus for more information or contact the ministry's toll-free number on 0800 100 100.